in LA. It's dietitian Jill, the good gut queen. I've got my crown on, one of many actually. People gave them to me and I started collecting them, and I love this crystal crown. And today I'm going to talk to you about the 4 causes of leaky gut. Now, these are main causes because there are lots of causes of leaky gut, and it's hard to know what they are. But suffice to say, these are the 4 main ones, and they kind of branch out to other things. In other words, number one to me is toxins. Toxins can be natural toxins like molds and bad bacteria and viruses, yes, like COVID, but they also can be medications. Do you know that it takes 6 months to return your gut to normal after taking one bout of antibiotics? I think it either is a bout or a day, but either one is really scary to me. And I try not to take antibiotics. And back in the day, people just prescribed them for everything. And I think they still do. They're really bad for you. I know they're great. They get rid of infections, but at what cost to your gut? So toxins can be, again, medications, heavy metals like mercury, pesticides. Glyphosate has been proven to really rip the gut up. BPA, which is the thing in plastic, is one of the chemicals in plastic, and tons more. They're coming from the environment. They're also coming from medication. There's tons of ways for you to get toxins. And let me kind of back up and explain. Okay, our body can only filter so much stuff, right? Our body can only filter so much stuff. And our gut is kind of amazing because what the gut does is really filter out a ton of stuff that shouldn't be in there. But when the gut gets leaky, it's not a good thing. Anyway, so the toxins are very important. And also I talked to you in the I think in the last session about the fact that I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Excuse me, I'll get back to it. I always remember. Anyway, so toxins is one. I was going to say that body can only deal with so much filtering out of crap. And when it gets to the end of that filter, it really gets ripped up. It really gets ripped up for bad. Now, the interesting thing is that gluten can cause the gut to rip up. Gluten, dairy, but the gut is amazing because, it'll rip up the gut, but the gut can heal in 3 to 5 days. But you get to a place, that overload place with toxins, where it can't repair itself anymore. And that's called loss of oral tolerance. And that's when it's really leaky. The other one is stress. It's kind of amazing how stress can really is as bad for the gut as poor food is. And I'll get to that in a while. So chronic stress. We were meant to be stressed when we saw the woolly mammoth or the saber-toothed tiger run away, right? And then our stress level goes down. Well, that's not happening today in our modern society. We're stressed all the time. So we've got a potential loss of oral tolerance all the time. And that's why stress can cause leaky gut. Okay. The other thing is infections. Okay. Things like candida, SIBO, small intestinal bacteria overgrowth, and parasites. Yes, parasites. We say we don't have them in this country. Wrong. Okay. So infections and really overpopulate. It's less infections than overpopulation of these things. Candida is normally in our gut. SIBO, bacteria is normally in our gut, and parasites are normally in our gut. But when they go overwhelming again, they can cause leaky gut. And the last one, last but not least, my favorite is poor food, right? Poor food, gluten, dairy, processed foods can really do a lot of damage to the gut. And again, we get to this place where we're losing that oral tolerance, and that's when all hell breaks loose. So, tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about how you know when your gut is repaired, because I think it talked about number one, um, the things that happen when you have leaky gut, or the things that can happen. Number two, I talked about the 4 R's of root cause medicine. Now I've talked about the causes of leaky gut. And there are more. These are just the main ones. And then, and also other infections. There are rare infections that people can get too. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about how do you know when the gut is actually repaired. That's going to be a fun session. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, Dietitian Jill, the good gut queen, queening around, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.